Bashers. Hey, Bashers. It is Wednesday, January 7th. A couple of minutes late. I apologize. I'm just getting together some stuff for the show. And I just wanted to start off on a somber note and let you all know that you guys have been made aware that our beloved Eazy-E's mom had not been doing very well over the especially last couple of months. And he let me know yesterday that, he let me know that she passed away. Now, for those of you who know, Eazy has been a part of this community for a very long time. Not only is he a terrific guy who I've met in person, and we've shared the bulk of a wonderful day together. He's one of the most affable, wonderful, funny human beings, a great watch collector, and a big fan of the hobby. But he's also a really super big animal lover and a horticulturist and all great things, and a terrific humanitarian. We're so very sorry. His mother's name was Danielle, and she was a beautiful lady and a very artistic and wonderful person. And if I may indulge you for just a couple of moments, I'd like to share with you a poem that she wrote, that he sent to me, that she wrote in 2020. And it's a beautiful ode to the caregivers of the world and the people who take care of those who cannot take care of themselves. And it's simply called Just for You. And I will bring it up on the screen so you can read along with me if you like. But here it is. They choose a worthy calling, doctors, nurses, and all of the medical profession. Their wish is to help. Their wish is to cure. They are the super noble bumblebees, tending the sick, the desperate, the hopeful, working hard, overtime, day and night. Each day they leave their home, their loved ones, their little ones, to try to rescue us, and they pray that they will not get ill. Wish them well. Wish them safe. We'll need them today, tomorrow, one more day, one more month, till all is calm again. Now, this is at the advent of the pandemic. We'll remember these warriors, the pain in their eyes, their exhaustion in their voice, their arms reaching for their gloves, their masks, their syringes, all done efficiently in a hurry, their silence purposeful to support their precise movements so that the energy required does not go wasted. How do you do it each and every day? The love, the courage, the pure dedication required. In your craft as the special guardians of all that is good out there, you are the shoulders onto which we can rely upon. Till we are strong, we do thank you. But thanks can never be enough. We wish there were more ways to honor you, in so many more ways. We are humbled by what you do, and we can never repay you. We sense that you do not expect anything. Still, our smiles can lift your day. You will always be our heroes. We will remember you and go on to with our lives, and you with yours. You chose a noble calling. You are angels, and also forever our super noble bumblebees. What a beautiful, beautiful note. A poem by his mom, who was a careful, wonderfully thoughtful person. Eazy, we love you so very much. We're so, so very sorry at the loss of your beautiful mother. You are an integral part of our family here. And just know that if you need to reach out, you know how to go get a hold of me. And certainly the Bashers are here with you too. You were among the first 5 people to welcome my show after, I launched it off of Ashin's channel. And you've been a great friend and a wonderful person and a contributor. Thank you for all that you do as well. And the spirit of your mother lives on within you. There's no doubt about that. So thank you. Thank you, Eazy. And thank you to Danielle for raising such a wonderful boy. Thank you so much. Anyway, God bless, man. Panel Power got in here at number 1. Greetings and salutations. Panel Power coming back for you. Panel Power. I'm feeling much better today. I woke up today, a little bit of sniffles, residual stuff. It's still going on a little bit. My nose is still red, but and I still have the sniffles. But 80% improvement over yesterday. After the show, I just conked the out. I was able to go down and get a Rose's oatmeal down at the store. I went and got some miso soup at the local Japanese thing. These really, really great. I think I've mentioned them before. There's this place that does these sushi rolls, and they come with salmon. And I have them take the salmon. Don't put the salmon in. Have avocado in there. They have jalapeno and caramelized onions, and it just opened up my sinuses. The only thing that was really sad was they have great cold sesame noodle, which is something I really love, and they have the best. They changed it. It was like spicy spaghetti. It just wasn't good. It didn't have that sesame vibe. I don't know what it was. I feel like just calling them up and say, hey, thanks for last night, but what did you do to your cold sesame noodle? Because I was really looking forward to it. And it was just like, man, that's not it. It's disappointing when you order something and it's not what you expect it to be. But anyway, then I conked out, which was great after watching a really good Clark Gable movie. Andrew Wolkowicz, congratulations to Panel Power. Don't forget to upvote and subscribe, everyone, and become a patron if you can. I'm working and we'll watch later. Be safe and be kind. We love you, Andrew. Thank you so much. And Mr. Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Please upvote for the show. Thank you. You have no idea. Thank you for supporting the shorts, guys. I'm doing more of them. Basher Y and I have gotten together to try to build things for 2026. And 2026 is shaping up to be, somewhat of a year. We'll see. So far, the numbers are up and things are looking good. We had a big powwow today about Italy and like what's possible, what's not possible. And then there'll be some stuff. I'll keep you guys abreast of that. So 2026, here we come. Mr. Brooker upvoted. Well done, Panel Power. P squared. Happy bashing all. And to you, Mr. Brooker. Dearest Renaissance. Hope your feelings. I am. Thank you so much, Julian. Just a little bit. I mean, markedly better. I won't be coughing up any phlegm during the show because I think just before the show, I took like the hottest, steamiest shower there was and just not much left in there, I think. I'm taking zinc, double dosing zinc, taking this Spectrum men's vitamin and this stuff called Zicam, which, I think it works. It's a lozenge. The sore throat is gone, though. I'm actually, I have some vocals that I need to do. And I think I might be able to do it. I think my voice is in reasonably good shape to do some singing. We'll see. I hope so. God knows I paid enough to learn how to sing over a cold. So hopefully it works. I haven't had to do it in quite a long time. So wisdom and love have nothing to do with each other. Wisdom is staying alive. Survival. You're wise if you don't stick your finger in the light plug. Has anyone ever done that? I'm sure everybody at some point has been shocked. In the winter months, for those of you who experience winter, have you ever walked across carpet and then you touch like a light fixture and you get a zap from it? It's very annoying. It only happens in the wintertime, I guess, some kind of kinetic energy or whatever it is. But I'll never forget, I work with a lot of electronics. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to taking things apart. And I'm very cool about grounding. One time I forgot to unplug something and man, I got zapparonied so bad and it was at work. So that could have been a great lawsuit. Big company, I should have done it. But I'm not a litigious person. Any man who goes to a psychiatrist ought to have his head examined. That's pretty great. Indeed. Hey, listen, some people really need it. I can think of a lot of people. Sometimes you just need to get it out there. The stuff that's in your head. Sometimes you just need to know that you're not crazy. Or maybe you need to know that you're crazy. Because some people, like, what would happen if it went to a psychiatrist? And you know what I mean when I say it, the president of the United States. What would happen? What would happen if you went to a psychiatrist or a psychologist? What would they say? Well, they'd probably say narcissist for sure, because, I mean, everybody could see that. But sociopath, because that's the next step of the ladder when people believe all this, the things that they say, and they repeat them enough to be true. It's very interesting. Mr. Zaleski, good evening, Dirk, and all happy to be able to watch live. Hey, Steve Zaleski live tonight. Hope you're feeling better. I am. Thank you. I'm just a little, just have a little bit of mask and stuff going on. But I don't feel exhausted, which is miraculous because 3 days in a row. Jim Blair just texted me. I got the calendar. Basher Y. That is Canada. And we were talking about it yesterday. That is a very remote part of Canada. So glad to hear that you got the calendar. Yay. So great. Thank you, Steve, very, very much. Upvote. Please upvote if you can. Milgausian upvote. Thank you so much. Cursed be he above all others, who's enslaved by love of money. Money takes the place of brothers. Money takes the place of parents. Money brings us war and slaughter. Wow. Reminds me of, here's a great lyric. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up because hold on. I'm gonna what? Oh, I wrote it wrong. What? God. Some great lyrics. Ready? I don't mind about the war. That's one of the things I like to watch. If the war is going on, because then I know if the side's winning or if the side's losing. And the song is called What God Wants. What God wants, God gets, God help us all. The kid in the corner looked at the priest and fingered his pale blue Japanese guitar. The priest said, God wants goodness, God wants light, God wants mayhem, God wants a clean fight. God wants peace, God wants war, God wants famine, God wants chain stores. God wants sedition, God wants sex, God wants freedom, God wants Semtex. It's amazing. God wants borders. God wants crack. God wants rainfall. God wants wetbacks. Terrible. God wants voodoo. God wants shrines. God wants law. God wants organized crime. God wants crusade. God wants jihad. God wants good. And God wants bad. What God wants. Amazing song. Reminds me of all that stuff. That reminded me that very much of that. What God wants. God gets. God help us all. We are given to the cult of personality when things go badly. We look to some messiah to save us. If by chance we think we have found one, it will not be long before we destroy him. That's very, very, very true. Which is coming up on a very interesting comment that I saw by Panel Power. And we'll get to that. And then we'll talk about that a little bit. Love and blessings to all the bashers and to you, dearest Julian. Pictures at 11, as he says. And speaking of, the Babylonian Talmud describes Yeshua, the Nazarene, aka Jesus Christ, as being punished in the afterlife in boiling human excrement. Well, as we all know, the Babylonian Talmud does not portray Jesus quite favorably. I think it references him as, a blasphemer and heretic who led Israel astray and deserved his execution, blah, 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 blah. I've read that a long, long time ago, and I was like, how horrible. You know what? Listen, whether or not you believe in Jesus as the Son of God or a Messiah, depending on your religious whatever, Jesus was a great example as a human being on how to treat other people. He just was. Don't be jealous. Martin Bronson upvoted. Thank you, kind sir. Please upvote if you can. Thank you, Martin Bronson, the beautiful king of the forest. Happy hump day, Dirk and all the bashers. Congratulations to Panel Power. It's Melly C, the purple one. Hey, purple one. Thank you, dear darling. Dear darling. Happy Wednesday, says Hitesh. Congratulations to Panel Power. And you upvoted. Thank you, Hitesh. How are you out there in the great white north? Franco Fiore, grazie mille, signore. Please upvote. Thank you for all the. Please upvote. How many people? Not a lot of people, and that's Wednesday. It's never the biggest show in town, but that's okay. You get the good, you get the bad, you get the bad with all you have. The Basher Show, the Basher Show. Watched Singing in the Rain. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. Today, my second favorite film. What's your first favorite? Oh, your favorite is Jaws. Singing in the Rain. Most people don't know this about the incomparable Debbie Reynolds. She was a nobody. She was 17 years old. They found her out of nowhere. She just was picked out of obscurity. She wasn't a dancer. She was barely a singer. And she turned out that performance with Gene Kelly. Wow. I've been, well, as I told you, I was watching What's My Line, which is a game show from the 50s and 60s in America. Really wonderful panel. People dressed beautifully and they spoke so eloquent. John Daly, the presenter of the show, the MC, as it were, had just the most incredible way of speaking the English language. It's magnificent. We just sit there in awe of him. And Paul's like, why can't I speak like that? Well, you could. You would just sound like a weirdo on the streets, I guess. But there was an episode where the mystery guest, they have all these different people, bricklayers, truck drivers, wrestlers. You never know because they have to guess who these people are. But they put blindfolds on, and then a celebrity guest will come on. It doesn't have to be film or music, it could be politics, just somebody who's in the zeitgeist. And Debbie Reynolds is one of them. And she was so astonishingly charming and funny. 17, I think she might have been 18 by the time this aired. She still had everything. Debbie Reynolds was incomparable, and Singing in the Rain. What incredible. Glen Parker is the place to be. Glen Parker 73. Is that your year of birth? That would also be the year of Asheen's birth. I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it coming on. Evening all, says Glen Parker. Hold on. Sorry about that. We're getting our first snowfall of the season. Well, we've had several already. So congratulations, considering that you're all the way up there in Canada. And you are also in BC, as is Mr. Blair. You're not in the same particular places, that's for sure. But, I think you guys have a microclimate up there, don't you? The whole Seattle, Vancouver area, kind of like Ireland has that. You get all the warm winds that come up from the Pacific. It's very interesting the way that the world's weather systems work. Like longitudinally, we are on the same meridian in New York City as Napoli in Italy. So, which when I found that out, my head exploded because Napoli is tropical practically. It's because of the way the air patterns work. Now in New York, the Atlantic Ocean is never really that cold. Comparatively, the Pacific Ocean is colder because of the winds. Interesting. Try swimming in LA. It's not easy. Handsome Joe, Handsome Joe. Oh no, happy Wednesday, Bashers. Handsome Joe LaFaro. Hey, buddy. With his beautiful vintage Rolex. What's going on there, kiddo? Mr. LaFaro, great to have you on the show live. Evening, all earbuds in. Tilly's snoring, laying back ready for the show. Oh, Mr. Brooker. Did you send pictures? Did everybody send pictures? Mention it tonight on the Bashers, please, if you can. Okay. What am I mentioning? Why in the deep recesses of my brain? Okay, so Mimi RW is going to a concert tonight, and it is, what is this for? Is it for, oh, look at this, Dawes and Friends. Now, Dawes is this really cool band I saw open up for ELO many years ago. I don't know who any, Brandon Flowers from the Killers, Judith Hill, she sang background for everybody, Rufus Wainwright, Mandy Moore, Brad Paisley, Stephen Stills, Lucius, Everclear. Wow. And hosted by John C. Reilly. Concert for Altadena. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's wonderful. It's a benefit concert, and she is there for that. How wonderful. That's great. Mention it to the Bashers. It's streaming live, I believe. Yes. Try to stream the concert from Altadena tonight, free on Nugs or on YouTube. I don't know what Nugs is. Or on YouTube, rather, starts at 6:30. You might even see me because I'm in the 6th row. I'm going to be looking for you. I will definitely stream that for sure. This is my community. It should be a really great show, and who knows who might show up. That's very true when you have a benefit show like that. And I will certainly tune in. I like Dawes. I think that they're really good. They were terrific live. But I'm a huge Rufus Wainwright fan. If any of you don't know the works of Rufus Wainwright, he's just an absolutely singular entity in terms of popular music because of where he comes from. His mother was Kate McGarrigle, and his father is Loudon Wainwright III. And his father's music is crap. I don't get his father. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. But his mom was this beautiful, her and her sister, The McGarrigle sisters, they were like a folk rock phenomenon with many records in the 70s. And Rufus, who's maybe the gayest performer in the whole wide world, and he wears it on his sleeve to dramatic effect. He is a tenor with an absolutely astonishingly unique voice, and his influences are everything from Tin Pan Alley to opera. He's written 2 full-scale operas and a Broadway show, and he's made many records of notable acclaim. My favorite being one, if you're going to start off on the Rufus Wainwright experience. Now, I started out on an album called Want One, which was his 3rd full-length album. And then I backtracked to his first 2, and then, slowly, then was around for the releases of his next couple of records. But Poses is his 2nd record, which is an absolutely devastating affair. But his 3rd album, I think, is his magnum opus. It's called Want One. There was a companion album released a year later called Want Two, which I think is good, but it is nothing like the gem that Want One is. It's a miraculous album. It's one of the best produced records I've ever heard, too, with full orchestra. Beautiful. Now, he tours the world. Sometimes he does like the Judy Garland concert. And yes, he sings the entire repertoire from Judy Garland live at Carnegie Hall. But he also does lots of collaborations with lots of great artists of all eras. Joni Mitchell to Brandi Carlile to James Taylor to his sister Martha. I mean, then the list goes on and on. He collaborates with everyone because everybody wants to work with him because he is a genius and he's a Steinway artist. So check it out. The Concert for Altadena streaming on YouTube. I will check it out. Mr. Bell is here. Evening all, Mr. Bell. Great to have you live on the show. How are you? Our deepest condolences to you. Easy thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. Of course, they're coming out. Of course. Love and thoughts to you, Easy, from Mr. Brooker, from JoJo. Sorry, Easy. Glenn Parker, of course. Carolyn Marison, Easy, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry for your loss. And he's already talking about getting together with us. Now, I did say to him, because he is local, so I asked him if there was a service and I would like to attend. And he said that her wishes were springtime. So I think that they're going to put that off, as is very commonplace nowadays, that people put off. It used to be someone passes away within the week, you are the wait, depending on your religion. Of course, the Jewish faith is something that has to happen much more swiftly. I think it's within 24 to 48 hours for interment. But in the Christian faith, I guess it doesn't matter. So I think we're going to wait till spring, but he'll let me know and I'll keep you guys abreast. If anybody's in the New York area, I certainly plan to attend that. Ray, may she rest in peace. Thank you, Ray. Listen, he's been going through a whole hell of a lot lately. That's just, I'm sure he probably doesn't want me to go off on a tangent with what he's been going through, but privately he's been suffering tremendously. And, he's been such a great friend to all of us, especially to the show and to myself. So I just thought it would be important for the Bashers to know. He's been having a hard time. He really has. So, yeah. Sending our deepest condolences to you, Easy. Thinking of you and your family during this difficult time. Thank you so much, beautiful. The beautiful, comparable Melly C. Thank you. JoJo, beautiful. Yeah, the poem was gorgeous, right? Go in peace. Yeah, indeed. Hey, Blinky, where have you been? Blinky room. In the blinky. I got to get, I've got a ukulele somewhere. It's not such a ukulele. So in the blinky room, in the blinky. I got to find it in the cacophony that is stringed instruments over here. I mean, I'm looking over here and it's just mind-boggling to me. But I really need to find out where my ukulele is. It's because it's so small. I gotta find it. It is somewhere. Hey, Blank, where have you been? Rubbing Vicks Vapor Rub on my chest. Dirk, I on the tail end of a 6-day flu, coming out from the far side of it now. Yuck. Yeah, it's the worst. Well, flu. I'm gonna knock on wood here and say that I've never had the flu because I've not. That I am aware of. I've had bad colds, but the flu is a totally different matter. That's when you're feverish and not since I'm a child. Vicks Vapor Rub. God, I haven't heard about that since the 1970s, Ray. You're dating yourself. Have some ginger or turmeric shots. Good for you. You know what? So I went to the Japanese restaurant, got the soup and a couple of things. I was just eating all of the ginger. You know, they give you the slices of ginger for the Japanese food, which I think is delicious. Paul thinks it is revolting. I like it. I love turmeric. I love ginger, but you're right. And it's great for inflammation for people who don't know turmeric or turmeric. Turmeric. I know. I've been saying turmeric my whole life, and it's turmeric. I know. It's true. That's what happens. We did urinate on electric fences. Ah, the good old days. Oh, you're such a bad boy. MK Ultra isn't real. It's all in your head. What does that mean? MK Ultra. Michelob Ultra? Is that what that means? MK Ultra. What does that mean exactly? That doesn't surprise me, Ray, says Mr. Brooke. It doesn't surprise me either, you know? Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Dumpster McDonkey says, Patriot, balls of steel, stable, genius, hero. I know even you don't think that. It would be crazy. He's referencing what would a psychiatrist would commit him as the whole world has decided to condemn him. So you're going to be on the wrong side of history if you believe that, my friend. And remember the Germans who said we didn't know? No, but they did. Nick Uwe, do it. I don't know what that means. Used to work on high power radar equipment, klystrons, magnetrons, etc. Once got a 7 kV zap through my armway. Oh man. Hey, you can seriously, like, people who get hit by lightning. It's crazy, you know. DAD has, as we used to say, it's bot the volts that will kill you. It's not the volts, it's the amps. That's very, very true. Proof that people cannot handle or want freedom. They always complain about God doing this and that. What God has given us is free will, but we really don't want it, do we? This is very true. And the very people right now who claim to be patriots and want free will are the people that are subscribing to autocrats and the polar opposite of all those things. You're being mind controlled and you just don't get it. You just don't get it, which is really fucked up. I don't know how to help them. I don't know how. I loved, oh God, she was genius, Debbie Reynolds. You know, and she died the same day or hours after her daughter died because they were so close. Debbie Reynolds died of a broken heart. She just collapsed and died. How horrible. She could not bear to live without her daughter. And her daughter was a troubled person, but probably one of the funniest people. I don't know if anybody's ever read her book called Wishful Drinking. It is one of the funniest books I ever read. And she was an incomparable person. And Debbie Reynolds as Grace's mother, thank God, because Grace, as we now know, the person who, I won't utter her name, yeah, she was the least funny person and just a caricature on the show. She is one of the most heinous, hideous human beings in the face of the world right now for the rhetoric and lies that she spreads and the Zio bullshit. She needs to just shut the fuck up. It is indeed June 1973. June what? Glenn Parker. I'm Gemini. I'm June. June. The Gulf Stream up from the Azores. Indeed, Ray. We have the coastal mountain range to stop the Arctic air coming down too. Seattle, on the other hand, is more inland than we are, but yes, very close in weather. They do get, oh, is that true? They get more snow. Sorry, Dirk, been a bit crazy. Hey, man, I'm kidding. You know that. Blinky, whenever you show up, we're happy to see you. You came in like a house on fire. Upvoted 1 year anniversary of the LA fires today has everyone on edge, so it's good. Is it 1 year already? So that was a year ago that I'm going to sneeze. Apologies. Hold on. Gonna happen. Sneezing's better than hacking up gunk. So it was a year ago that we did the Pasadena. Thank you, everybody. They constantly send me tons and tons of emails, and unfortunately, we never got that watch off to a seller. Nobody to a buyer. The beautiful watch that the Apollo mission watch that we were trying to brook on the channel to get that sold to get to the animal charity. But you know, hey, we tried. You can only try. You got to be in it to win it. You know. And upvoted thank you memes. It's good to have community. It certainly is. Everyone in their fields and on edge here. Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy to think that in January, but then again, it's a different climate there, where you could absolutely have, the dry climates. Turmeric is fantastic for inflammation. I make it and drink it a few times a week. Oh, I'm confused. So do you buy the actual root and grind it, or do you buy it in a powder form? See, I'm starting to get a little fuzzy now. That's because I took a super duper hot shower moments before the show. That's why. But crazy town. It's all starting to come out. Easy, deepest condolences from Mart and Bronson. Thank you, buddy. That's very sweet of you. Hey, Melly, Melly, 2 words, golden milk. Oh, is that what do you put turmeric in milk? Blech. I think milk is gross. I like cheese. I mean, I don't think I could drink a glass of milk. I think I would gag. Black. I've not had a glass of milk in at least, I'm going to say at least 35 years. I've not had a glass of milk. I've tried oat milk, soy milk in like a bowl of cereal. I'm not a cereal eater, but I've tried it and I don't put milk in my coffee. So I don't have much uses. I do have heavy cream in my refrigerator for cooking. But like you would have sherry, I use it as, for a risotto or, if I'm something that requires a little, not all risottos. I know. Don't okay, Italians, don't get me started. I know you don't put that in Milanese, but in other ones you do. Like when I make mushroom risotto, I do finish it off with a little cream and butter on the top, and I think that that's just fine. It is Northern Italy, isn't it? Nick Brooker says, "Is that a euphemism?" I think most of it is a euphemism these days, Melly Sister says, maybe. Hey, Nick, it's turmeric concoction that's so good for you. Is it with milk, though? I'm just trying to figure out exactly what that is. Maybe I believe you. Others may not. Yeah, my brother has a situation with body inflammation. He's got a certain thing that he uses turmeric, and it's listen, it's best to go natural if you can instead of taking a, because listen, in America especially, they'll write you prescriptions for just about everything they possibly can because there's so much money to be made. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. So my father-in-law has a condition. He's a heart patient, and he's had a condition for quite a while. And along the way, when you have a heart condition, things happen. So now they put him on this new drug. Now, this new drug is no longer, I think I mentioned it briefly on the show the other day, is not available in a generic form. So it's prohibitively expensive. He is fully insured, but it's still, they want $360 a month for him to use this drug, which sounds like highway robbery. And of course it is, because these drugs cost. Remember how I was talking about how albums yesterday used to cost 250,000 minimum to make a major label? That was the average budget. Now, for example, I'm gonna do something really good. Give me 1 second. I'm not gonna blow my nose on the air. So when you got a major label deal back in the day, and there's a point here, and I'll get to it. The average price was $250,000 because that's what it costs, because the studio, the producer, lodging, meals, everything got tacked on. Now, this is all recoupable money. The artist has to pay the label back before they start to give you royalties. They take that money off of your royalties. Okay, so now with Big Pharma, those prices, it costs billions of dollars to find, research, and develop drugs. It does cost a lot of money. Is there a lot of waste involved in that money? Sure. Somebody driving a really cool car? Sure. Somebody being put up in a really nice suite? Sure. Are there lots of probably business class flights? Sure. There's a lot of, like, listen, in any industry, like business class, let's just say what business class is. Business class was designed originally. Business class is, how long has that been around? 40 years, 35 years? It was first class and coach. That's what you had before. Then they came up with these subclasses. Business class was for business flyers. Mr. Smith has a meeting in London. Mr. Jones has a meeting in Beijing. Blah, blah, blah. They'd be flying and they would spend the money. They'd have corporate money to pay for these more expensive tickets. It wasn't quite first class, but it was a much more enjoyable experience. Before they had fully reclined seats, full flat beds. They had, recline and better meal service. It was not quite first class. Now they're phasing out first class or coming up with the apartment or, the studio or whatever the Emirates and Etihad and all the Arabic airlines do. But because there's all this money to be had, there's all this money to be spent. It's all to be recouped. So when these drugs are not generic, who's paying for it? You are at the end of the day. Because for the first 2 or 3 years, or I don't know, because maybe JoJo or anybody was a better perspective on how long these drugs take before they go into the possibility of generic manufacturers making them. I think it's timed. Like, I said to Dave this morning, I said, well, when Viagra came out, it was because it was a heart medication. And they're like, why do all these heart patients have erections? And then all these old men were like, wow, I'm willing to pay $150 for a heart on, which is like, ew. And so now you can get that. I see these ads on Facebook and Instagram, like $5 chews, because now they make them in lozenges and chews, all that stuff. Apparently everybody's walking around with an erection because these commercials are everywhere. But now because it's generic, it's much, much cheaper. But he even had to look for coupons to try to afford it. Turns out there's no way. He's got to pay that amount of money in order to get this new medication, because apparently the one that really targets the situation. So it's tough. So there's a lot of wasted money. I mean, do business flyers have to fly in a better class? No. Do they want to? Absolutely. When you get a major label deal, do you want to use the best studio in town as opposed to Joe's garage? Absolutely. You want to go to the Record Plant or Electric Lady or Abbey Road or, I mean, when you think about recording studios of the world, even if you don't know the record business, you think Abbey Road, Electric Lady, the Record Plant. Those are the big ones. Plant, can I say plant? And most of those studios don't even exist. Those do, but most of them don't anymore. It's crazy. Anyway, and that was my point. There's a lot of money to be made and wasted. And it's very sad. Turmeric is magic. I know. I need to get some. You know what? There's a place up my street. And I was looking at juices yesterday. I can't believe I was so brain dead in the store because I felt so shitty. And I was looking at all the like orange and grapefruit and all that, because we in New York, we say orange. We don't say orange. And I didn't even think to look for turmeric or like wheatgrass. I do like wheatgrass juice. People think it's gross. I like it. Good evening to all. Vasilios, where have you been? It's so great to have you live on the show. Yes, I buy fresh turmeric root. And what do? Do you dry it out? Because it's once you peel it, right? Can you eat it? I don't know. You can buy the root at Trader Joe's, or you can buy tea bags, and it's not real milk if you don't want it to be. Blah. Milk is gross. Watching you along with my wife, Spiridula. Hey, is that really your wife? Is that her name? Spiridula. What a pretty name. Very cool. Hey, Vasilios, great to have you live on the show. Where you been? We need a more of a Greek take on things. What's going on? What do you think? What's going on with America right now? Topster's here to defend patriotism. And I say, define patriotism. It's like turmeric tea with honey. Manuka is best. Or I don't like honey either. I think honey is gross. Maybe it's viscous things I don't particularly care for. I don't know. But I mean, I've been putting honey in tea and I don't like it. For me, tea is lions in there, strong with just, that's it. I do put milk in my tea, but I put a little bit of half and half in it. Isn't that weird? I don't know. A week before you, the 7th. Oh, okay, right. Fantastic. That still makes you a Gemini, my friend. or regular milk. You can buy a non-dairy blend. They're just making milk out of everything now. Now they have pistachio milk or pistachio milk. I mean, what's next? You know, what's next? I don't like milk either. I use coconut milk, which would murder me, or coconut water, not good for you, right? Everybody knows my whole story. I'd be dead. Milk sucks. Yeah. Milk is for newborn cows to become newborn calves to become 2,000-pound cows. That's what it's made for. Isn't it crazy that we drink the milk of another species? Who came up with that idea and how stupid is it? You know, like in my era growing up, my mother did not breastfeed her children. She used formula because it was considered just what's wrong with them? It's the way we were made biologically to breastfeed. And then once you're weaned, no more milk. Big pharmaceutical companies are greedy. They sure friggin' are. I mean, listen, though, without them, I mean, listen, I'm all for non-animal testing on drugs and possible solutions and cures to current and future diseases. However, it's a shame. Or you could buy it freeze dried in capsules. She's still going on about turmeric. Peel it and boil it. I think can I just buy the drink and drink it, or is it ruined by them? Ginger only thing for seasickness. Raw slices. Is that right? Thank God I don't get seasick. I'd be so pissed if I did because I enjoy boat travel. I really and truly do. Blend it with lemon juice and coconut water and a pinch of black pepper. You can't have coconut water, so just use mineral water. Oh, that sounds interesting. We are Greeks afraid of Trump kidnapping our prime minister. Right? Yeah. He didn't need to go and get permission from Congress to do that. Didn't you know that? Because he's king. I'm so tired of that. Cat milk. Can you milk a cat? Well, you probably could, but nobody's done it so far, thank God. Why would they do such a horrific thing to a cat? So weird. Oh man. Manuka is a natural antibiotic. If you feel like you're getting sick, turmeric tea. I don't know what Manuka is. Manuka is life. What is Manuka? I have to Google it. Hold on. Manuka. Manuka. What is Manuka? Manuka. What is that? It's a grape, huh? Oh, it's a honey. Okay. I don't know. I have some Trader Joe's honey that I bought in the house just because I was sick. And also, I've been giving Rose cinnamon and honey drink because apparently it's really great for memory and cognitive power. True? False? I'm not sure. Yes, Manuka honey is liquid gold. Okay, cool. They're not mean to the bees, though, right? I wouldn't be into that at all. Quotes. It's great for a cough. Okay, good to know. Oh yes, you need a bit of black pepper with straight turmeric to activate. Oh, is that true? Oh wow, a bit of black pepper with straight. Oh, how interesting. There's some kind of chemical reaction that happens there. For the oil that are for the oil that already U.S. oil companies own. Yeah, of course that's what it's about. Don't hate me, but I drink pints of milk every day. Nobody hates you, Steve. When I was a kid, we used to go to a milk bar at the weekends. A bit odd now, I think about it. Well, no, I mean it has a lot to do with your culture. Americans, and now I found out in Pluribus, they're all drinking milk, but it's not milk. Good show. Watch it. I really enjoyed it. Thanks, meme. Sorry, I didn't like it at first when you recommended it, and I binged the living because I've been sick. So I'm on the couch and I just binged this shebang out of it. And then when I finished the finale, I didn't realize it was the finale. So I went to the next one. And I was like, "You mean I don't get to see them fuck them up?" I was so mad. Um, hey, listen, I grew up. We grew up milk drinkers too. My house was always milk, and if we didn't have milk, my mother would send one of us out to go get milk. We used to go to the milk machine. There was an apartment building down our block and used to put like I don't remember what it cost 50 cents a quarter. I don't know. We go into the lobby of this place, and there was like in the hallway, and there was a machine, a milk machine, and we go get a pint of milk out, a quart of milk. We did it all the time. I have spoken. I saw Maduro on a milk carton. Yeah, he's probably on one now. Tap honey, very in New Zealand. That's the stuff that I bought. I bought New Zealand honey from Trader Joe's. It looks good. No milk. Milk is for babies. When you grow up, you have to drink beer. Arnold pumping on. Is that true? Does he like beer? I've milked the snake. I bet you have. Ray Ray is correct about ginger stopping seasickness. A few ginger nut biscuits before setting off to sea help. Is that right? Wow. I also drink pints of beer, by the way. Good for you. Manuka are a breed of bees, I think. Oh, okay. Good to know. I learned so much on the show. I enjoy ice cold, semi skim milk, and of course, black milk, Guinness. I put milk in my coffee. You need milk to bake many things. No, no, no. I do use milk if I'm baking. Don't think I don't use it. I do. I just wouldn't drink a glass of it. Like I said, I have half and half, and I use heavy cream. It depends on what I'm making. I'll make whipped cream or chocolate mousse or any of that stuff. Sure. You know? Propuli and poutine. Oh, yeah, I never know how to say this word. I know it's an Irish thing. Poutine. That's how you say it. Poutine. Curious what is poutine again? I know it's an Irish thing that I don't know about. Poitin. What is it? Yeah, poutine is Irish spirit. It's called moonshine. It's booze. It's 90% alcohol, right? Yeah, well, that'll cure anything because you'd be drunk and you'd be done with it. And isn't that just great? To be done with that. Anyway, Gallery of Bastards. Let's go.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime the Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share
with the world. Moonbow on the North Atlantic. Hey, Mr. Bell. Did you really shoot this? Wow. I didn't know there was such a thing as a moonbow. But there it is. At night, a rainbow. You're a rainbow in the dark. Mm-hmm. When there's lightning, it always brings me down. Look at that. It's a rainbow in the dark. You're a rainbow in the dark. Mm-hmm. That's very cool. Look at that. A moonbow. How could there be a moonbow when I guess it's light refracting? I don't know. It's incredible. Seems like an anomaly to me. Amazing. A moonbow from Mr. Bell. Eminem madness, Malcolm Mindy madness. Eminem madness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Look at these kids. What are you doing, kitty pies? You're perching. I have that same freaking blanket. Look at that. I swear to God, I have that same blanket. I'm going to take Actually, it's more yellow, but it's very, very similar. Very similar. What are you doing, kitty pies? Let me move this so I can have more control over the features of their Gallery of Bastards. What are they just? Oh, sphinxing. They're sphinxing. That's what we call that. Look at her big pointy ears. You never realize how much fur comes out of the top of the cat's ears. It's so cute. She looks like a Disney character, doesn't she? I see that big history volume up there. It's really great that Melly C, she lives in the United Kingdom, and she always has on tap the entire Kiss catalog on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital download. Mork for president. Hey, Morky Mork. Beautiful. Oh, it's moonlight refracted through raindrops. Wow. That's amazing. Morky Mork. Oh, what a great shot of him. Look at that. It's funny. They look like two separate cats here, don't they? Because this looks like, cuddly, pudgy Mork, and this looks like athletic, like long distance runner Mork. Oh, look at this beautiful lady. Oh, Bug. You're too pretty. Too pretty, lady. Mindy. You're such a pretty lady. Oh, look at this shot. Oh my God, what is he looking at? Look at him. And he's got short little legs. They're very, very cute. Oh, Mork and Mindy madness, Mork and Mindy madness, madness, Mork and Mindy madness, yeah, 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 yeah. Mork and Mindy madness, everybody. Thank you, honey pie. And our best wishes. I know. He's taking Andy M's taking care of your parents, and we wish him well. It's not easy. It's so not easy to take care of elderly people, as we've all experienced. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable work of our very resident artist, Mr. Huxley. And here we are in what looks to be a court of law. Somewhere in ancient Egypt, perhaps. Look at this cool thing. What do you call that thing? What is that? Oh, it's some kind. Is that a British thing that I'm unaware of? It's some kind of swan with a crown on it. Wow? Is that part of your just judicial system? Very cool. Oh wow. That I'm assuming is a gas tank that probably no longer exists because they've taken them all down all over the world. We had them here in Queens. That it said gas heats best. Very famous landmark. They used to actually when they did the weather, they used to call the Elmhurst gas towers. I don't even remember what they called them. It was so long ago. Jojo, you might remember what they were called. They used to use them as landmarks, but they're mostly gone now. Very cool. This looks like a crisp day. Is this outside this particular court? Wow. It's gorgeous. I love architecture. That is beautiful. Look at that work. Do we give a shit anymore? Do we really care? Look at it. The Royal Bird of Justice, says Blinky. Wow. Wow. And then some of the madness that is Julian. There are like 4 images happening here. We see a pattern of what looks like damask, and then a reflection. So there's glass and there's a framed picture. Which is in the foreground, which is in the back? I will never know because it's Julian. Beautiful. Wow. That is astonishing, Julian. Oh, can I name this bird? Yeah, it's a 787. I can tell by the wing shape. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this building. Gorgeous, Julian. I like anything with airplanes. And then the man himself. I love that. All swans belong to the king. Yes, that I did know. That's true. Yes. I did know that. This is wonderful. I love how he includes himself every once in a while. So great. And look at these halls of justice. Look at me. Let me get this. Oh man, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. That is astonishing. Those reliefs are amazing. Now, can I get up to see what this is? What does this say here? Power Company United London. Oh, power power company. It's the power. That's what your power company looks like. Wow, that's pretty nice. Amazing. These are gorgeous, Julian. Wow. And look at this thing. Wow. Look at that. Now that's that new building, right? Do you know what they're doing in America? I don't know if they're doing it in Europe. You guys do everything first. They're making fake trees that are cellular towers. They're actually fake trees with tines and leaves and things. And, it looks better. It definitely does. Beautiful. The incomparable work of our very own Julian Huxley. Thank you, kind sir. Astonishing. Beautiful work. I love that swan. Very cool. Julian, magnificent as always. Thank you, kind sir. Gallery of Q-Tip. She's doing it again. Happy birthday to Dean. Happy birthday to Dean. Happy birthday, dear Dino. Happy birthday, dear Dean. Let's just drive him crazy. Let's make every day Dean's birthday. That was so funny. And then she started the thing. Then it was yesterday. I think it was Becky Brown who did it. Started saying that it was Bronson's birthday. So like you guys are fucking with me, and it's funny. Glenn Parker. Hey Dirk, hope you're feeling a little bit better today, my friend. The beautiful calendar turned up to Glenn Parker, and it's in pride of place in my home office. Also received this watch picture enclosed that I won on Oshin's channel over Christmas. Wonderful. Then my beautiful little Pearl decided she also wanted her picture taken. Hey, can I ask you a question? Is Pearl in the calendar? I don't remember you sending me a picture of Pearl. That's going to make me mad. Anyway, these are Glenn Parker. Glenn Parker is the place to be. Farm living. Look at that. Noelle Merrick. That's a great looking watch. I love your desk is very tidy, Mr. Parker. What is that? What is that? What is this thing? Skoda. What is that? What is that? Tell me what that is, Glenn Parker. This is cool. Let's see what he's got on. There's Banks and there's Benny, Cow, Spike, Eric, Murray. What do you got going on here? Headphone charging. What is this Skoda thing? Does Skoda make cars? That's some kind of key fob of some kind. Oh, hello, Pearl. Look at you, beautiful one. Hey, I don't think you sent me a picture. Isn't that not a million times wrong? It would have to be. Look at this beautiful, beautiful Pearl. Hello, baby doll. Boy, Basher Y is going to clobber me over the head. Oh my God! What a poseur! I see you got a box of Ray-Bans in the back. I know that box very well. Look at you. You're a beautiful bee. Look at Pearl is whoa. She's a superstar, Glenn. Why has she not been featured all over this show? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Why is Pearl not all over our show? Oh my God, she's a beautiful. Oh, she's the scrunchiest. Absolutely. The watch is nice too. We care about the cats. Wow. Hello, Pearl. I want answers and I want them now, okay? But I want them now. That's crazy to me that we haven't done like a whole big giant thing on here. Sounds crazy to me, Mr. Parker. Thank you, buddy. Wrist shots for the Gallery of Bashtards, late 1960s Rico Auto Deluxe. Nice. From the blinky, 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 blinky room. From the blinky, 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 blinky room. I'm going to have to do that. Look at this. Oh, man, you got some cool shit. Look at that, man. I didn't know that Rico. Is it Rico or Rico? It is Rico, the camera company. Well, you know, Leica's making watches now. You know? Isn't that weird? Unbelievable. Sabrina the Teenage Witch wants her cat back, Glenn. Glenn, I'm telling you right now, what's going on here with Pearl? I feel left out. That's a beautiful watch. You have really sick taste in watches, man. You know, you really, I know I'm like a Milgausing and all that shit, but my heart really is in these crazy vintage watches. And I love what you look at those alpha hands. Those are sexy, all Japanese. Look at that shit. That is beautiful, buddy. Beautiful watch, man. And Mr. Zielinski, Steve Zielinski, Kiki's first snow. She ate most of it. Oh, man, come on. Her first snow. That's a beautiful thing. I'll never forget when I found Dinga. I found her in the summertime. I found her in the summer. And when it snowed, and I took her outside, because we get snow in New York, and she lost her mind. Like, what is this stuff? It was pretty cool. Look at you, beautiful. Look at you. Oh, yeah. Well, why not? Because it's water. It's just frozen with tasty water, right? Very tasty. What great shots. Oh man, those are great. Thanks, Steve. Congratulations on your first snowstorm. Did those not come up? Hold on, I want to make sure that those came up. I had a little bit of a problem with this. There you go. I look at the other screen. That's what it is. Look at this beautiful baby. Oh man, it is. Listen, why not? It's free and it's cold. It's like a snow cone for dogs. And what's more fun than that? That's it. Quick Gallery of Bastards today. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Gallery of Bastards. Thanks, guys.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Where did I leave off? Prepolis is what bed use. I don't know what that means. Oh, is the medicine bees use. Oh, okay, there you go. We used to get a bottle of milk. We did too. A carton of milk in the late 70s, early 80s. Then Snatcher, the milk snatcher, stopped it. Yeah, she sure did. Margaret Thatcher, yeah. When England was the whore of the world, Margaret was her madam. Elvis Costello from Drag the Dirt Down. It's Dio. Yeah. It's a rainbow in the dark, a rainbow of fruit flavors. Prepolis is great and another cure made by bees. Yeah, bees are our friends and we're mean to them. Margaret Thatcher, the milk snatcher. Yeah, she was a treat. Irish people don't like her very much. M&M Madness, moonlight refracted through raindrops. Who knew? Honey never goes bad. That's true. It doesn't go bad. You just have to take care of it to a certain degree. Carolyn Martin Mork, of course. You love him. That's your Mork. The Royal Bird of Justice. I'm so glad. I never knew that before. And that all swans belong to the king. That I did know. Freemason Lodge, dividers over a 90-degree ruler. Hence the term divide and rule, coined by the Roman divide and conquer. Very cool. What do you not know? Yep, all the swans protected and owned by the crown. That I knew. Like, do you go to prison if you hurt a swan? I love that because I think everybody should go to jail if they hurt animals. Stunning pictures, Julian says. Eminem. Melly C, of course. Nice photo art, Julian. Beautiful as always. And always a great Hitchcock. I love that he does that. Isn't that such a great thing that he does? We can eat our swans in Ireland as it's a republic and we're citizens instead of subjects. Well, we know that. But you wouldn't eat a swan. That almost makes you sound like a monster. Irish people don't eat swans. Don't create that. Brilliant photos as always, Julian. You need to show these on a Bashers get together. Yes. No, he has to do a show, and I'm screaming at clouds here. I mean, listen, when I get over to Europe, I used to work for Verizon Wireless in the United States. They've been making fake tree cell phone towers for sensitive areas for a long time. I didn't know about it till recently. You worked for Verizon Wireless. I've never had them. I use AT&T. They have the fastest internet here in the United States, though. But you have to have this whole big box installed. It's a pain in the arse, as they say. Such a cute little white cat. I didn't have any Bronson pictures today. Not that I'm, listen, it can't be every day. I get it. But, just saying, where's the king? One for the money, two for the show. And did I get any information on Pearl? Like, why? Why do I not have a million pictures of Pearl? Why do I not have that? I kind of want an answer to that. HP sauce. What are you guys talking about? HP sauce, black pearl. What a beauty. Then I make my sauces from scratch. Me too. Pearl is a cool cat. She's amazing. Why do you have to start with the tiki tiki tiki? Why did you start with that? Because it's the blinky 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 blinky. Because you know what? I went to Disneyland in 1972, and we went to the tiki room, and that song and I've never returned. It has been in my brain ever since. I've never seen it depicted in a film anywhere. It's in my brain forever. Thank you, buddy. A Kanji Saturday Day complication. It's beautiful. Yeah. Mindy hates snow. She freaks out when it hits the window. Yeah, I can imagine. Panel Power, she would never leave me. If ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in springtime. Robert Goulet, he had a great voice, but it was just so milk toast. That dog could wear 4 watches, a G-Shock, an Alpinist, a Rolex Explorer, and one more. Sorry, Dirk, I don't know if it's the Royal Bird of Justice either. I was just commenting. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Mart Bronson, thanks so much, Glenn Parker. But Glenn, you didn't say anything. I'm a pescatarian, so I wouldn't eat a bird, but we can eat swans. But you wouldn't. I've never heard of anybody eating a swan. Oh, God. But Glenn Parker, I do want to know, PP Savages. Okay, I have sent pictures of Pearl in the past, but it's been some time. The Skoda thing on the desk is a branded battery power pack. Yes, I know, but I was like, I just realized that there's not pictures of Pearl in the calendar, and that it eats at my soul, Glenn Parker. Because I begged and borrowed. I went through as many as I could and tried to remember, but I obviously, because now she's going to be a much bigger superstar because of this. I'm making a kerfuffle out of it. We want more pictures of Pearl, and I'm devastated that beautiful Pearl is not in the calendar. It hurts my soul because she's beautiful and you love her and she should be there. You know what I mean? Just saying. Because wouldn't it be great if she was in there? So the next edition will certainly have Pearl, okay? Because she's a beauty and we love her. Thanks so much. Guys, that's the show. Thank you for When We Were Wednesdays. I hope you enjoyed the thumbnail, and it's fun to listen. It's always fun to look back, but it's even more fun to look towards the future. So don't lament on things that hold you down. Just keep on pushing forward, move on forward. And once again, our condolences and all of our love to Eazy-E. You've been an incredible friend to this show and to everyone in the watch community, and now in our community of nicer people and watch enthusiasts and cat people and all those things. We're totally different. We might have come from that world, but you've been one of the great people to move this thing forward. And I am so grateful that you're in our lives. So grateful to count you as a friend, Easy. So I hope she rests, your beautiful Danielle rests in peace, and her memory will live on forever in you because you're a terrific fella. So thank you, everybody, and have a great show. Remember to hold the door open. Great show. Remember, a great night. I'm still sick. Remember to have a great show. Tune into the show. Mimu's talking about. Tune on in. The concert for Altadena. You might see some of your favorite artists on that. It would be great. Thank you, guys. Remember to hold the door open, and remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. Why do we do this at the iBashers? People can have a bad day. You got to give them enough rope to hang themselves. A, they're either the nicest person in the whole wide world, or maybe they're just a